Welcome to Coffee and Bonsai with Tom. Today I have a very special tree I want to show you. This is my Legato. It's a very unusual tree and I've seen very few bonsai like this one actually. You can see this tree is also currently in bloom. It does that many times a year and we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but for now let's take it for a spin. So here we go. I mean, right away you can notice the perfect pairing of pot and tree. I mean, it's a nice thin pot. It's perfect size for this tree. The foliage, the pads are perfect. Looks like we could use a little wiring here in the back. The panda, very nice touch. Really gives a scale to the, to the piece. And of course the aerial roots. Yeah, it's quite a looker, and I'm very, very happy with it. You can see here just, the aerial roots and just the perfect shape of the trunk. I mean, just look at that arc. It's almost like it was done with the machine, both on the inside and on the outside. Just very, very smooth. And the aerial roots almost look like rope. Now, size-wise, you can see here, I'll put my hand in there, and it's not a small tree. It's actually quite small. I mean, it's probably about a coffee cup high. So a really nice shohin size, and as I said, it works very nice with the pot. You can see the blooms here. It gets these nice tight pink petals, and they usually come all over. We're down to just 3 now, as the tree is kind of ending its blooming cycle, but wow, I mean, it really pops, with the hot pink and then sort of the lighter pink. Just beautiful. But, as I said, they're sort of, it's kind of losing. There's a petal there. We'll just clean that up while we're here. And yeah, it's just a nice tree. Now, these trees are fairly easy to maintain, but they have one primary problem, as you can see here, and that is just the gathering of dust. Now I just use this special one finger technique. I'll demonstrate here. You just take one finger and glide it along. Doesn't matter what finger it is, and just along the surface, and just kind of gently push that dust right out of the way. We'll go along the back here. You can see that, and notice that one finger technique just works really well. Sometimes you can just gently blow. That also works. But dust is really the main issue. I mean, they're very drought hardy. You can overwater them, underwater them, sunlight, darkness. They really don't care. So here we're zoomed in. You can really get a look at those beautiful blooms and flowers. I mean, just look at that. You can see the 7 petals there, and the beautiful aerial roots that start all the way high in the trunk and go all the way down. I'll spin the tree here so you can see that, and they go all the way down into the soil, and they're kind of nicely twisted. It's really, really a nice touch. And let's take a look at this pot, because it's also quite special. It almost looks like it's made out of this shiny glass. You see it. It's just quite stunning. If you look at it, we'll try to get a closer look here. You can almost see the squares. It almost looks like it's made out of bricks. It's really a special pot, and I have not really seen one like this before. I quite like it. In fact, if you look at the center, it almost looks like you could push that in, but no, I guess that's just a feature of the pot. But very unusual, very unusual. So I also want to draw your attention to the trunk here, because it's very interesting. I mean, it's got a very smooth bark, and it's in this 2 colors of bark. There's sort of a dark brown kind of on the outside, and then on the inside it's this light brown, which is just very charming. And you can see where it's been pruned a little, where these circles are. It's quite interesting. Let me focus on that so you can see it. But I mean, it almost looks like, maybe it's just my eyes playing tricks on me, but it almost looks like writing. It's very, very, very unusual for sure. Now, this tree, I also wanted to mention, you can prune it and wire it in the standard way that you would with any tree. You can see this branch here needs some adjustment. Or maybe I even want to prune it, so I could simply take my shears and work on it as you would any bonsai. But I want to show you some special features of the Legato. So we're going to put the tool away. So wiring, no need for wire. If you just kind of grab the branch and move it, you can see it's very pliable and will happily stay wherever I put it. So there's really, there's no need. There's no need for wire. No need at all. You can see here, I can grab a hold of it, I can move it, and position it right where I want it. Now, let's talk about pruning. So let's see, a branch here. I guess we'll find a branch that we feel needs. The tree is so perfect, it's hard to find one. Here's one. We'll kind of prune that up. It's kind of straight up. So here's the technique. You kind of grab it with your forefinger and thumb, and you wiggle it and just gently pull, and voila, off it comes. I mean, so easy to prune this tree. And while we're at it, I think I want to show you another technique which I've never seen in any other tree, and it's called unpruning. Now, this is a delicate operation, but let me show you. You kind of gently take the branch and get it between your thumb and your index finger, get a firm hold on it. You put it onto a node on the tree, and you gently just kind of reverse prune. You just kind of wiggle it on, and there it goes. So no more, oh my God, I just cut off something I didn't want to. You can easily fix it. It's like nothing ever happened. Just fantastic feature of this variety. So let's do a fly in and a fly over around the beautiful foliage on this tree. I really want you to see it. I mean, look at these pads, this beautiful color, 2 shades of green, perfectly sculpted. We go around, you can see here's the back pad. I mean, look at those clouds. I mean, I can just see a bird flying through there over the head of this wonderful bear. Just incredible. You can really get a kind of a top-down view of the trunk. And as we come back around to the front, and I'll pull out, and you can see the foliage pads. Just beautiful. I mean, it's almost like better than man could produce. So here we are, back down to earth. We'll do one final spin. And I just want to leave you with this thought. I've been at bonsai for a long time, and I am convinced that this new Legato species will soon make all other species used for bonsai completely obsolete. I mean, they have engineered a plant here that simplifies the laws of nature to a degree that it's difficult to even comprehend. You don't need a green thumb at all. Anybody can maintain and work on these trees. I will say that all of the ones I've seen, if they're properly taken care of, they all take on this exact shape. So it's very uncanny, but as long as you're taking good care of it, they all come out the same way. I have seen a few that did not look so good. So there you have it. We're all out of time for today, but I wanted to thank you for spending time with me, and enjoy your week, and we'll see you again soon.